G, your prediction kind of came true.
What's that?
David Benavidez defeats Caleb Plant.
Yeah. You mean as far as it being a good fight?
As far as it being a good fight, but you know,
damn near a draw.
We did an interview a while back where we talked about Benavidez's motor.
Yeah.
And how he was a monster, and then he just keeps going.
Yeah.
What you think of the fight?
I think it was a great fight. First of all, overall, I think Caleb Plant started off almost perfect. But he was doing it. Everything he was doing it for the wrong reasons. He was doing it to survive and not to win. You know what I'm saying? Like when he came out there, he gave me that stiff jab, keeping his distance, keeping Benavidez at bay. Perfect. When he decided to let his hands go and use his hand speed, perfect. The times he did wrap him up, perfect. But he was doing everything out of survival. So when he was wrapping him up, he was holding on. You could tell he was really trying to just hold on and try not to let Benavidez work, because Benavidez great at fighting inside. When he was jabbing to survive. Like he was like almost like he wasn't sure, but I gotta get my jab going. When he did use his speed, he was doing it out of desperation. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez kept pressing me, so fuck it, I'm gonna let a combination go. But it wasn't like a confident combination. I feel like Caleb Plant feel like as long as he can survive or fight these guys on a high level, he's doing great, which he is. But I think he got the shit to beat Benavidez. But Benavidez knew one thing. Once I really get my hands on you and I apply the kind of pressure I want to apply, I'm going to get you. And he kept telling him he was going to knock him out so bad. And he started to make him believe it so bad that Caleb Plant just wanted to survive. His whole thing was survive. You know what I mean? I can't let this kid knock me out. He fought so great in the 12th round. He let his hands go. But it reminded me of what? A Rocky movie. Why you got to have a Rocky ending? Why you just can't be the sharper fighter? Why you just can't be the better fighter that night? You know what I mean? It's like he believe in himself, but he don't believe in himself. On the other hand, though, Benavidez showed a lot of respect for Caleb Plant early on. He did keep his distance. He did jab with him. You know what I mean? But at some point, he started getting away from his jab, and he wanted to fight. He even in like the 6th or 7th round, he was gesturing to Caleb Plant like, "Come on, man! Like, let's get to it." You feel me? So he was getting bigger and stronger and faster each round. Caleb Plant was, you know what I mean, moving and trying to survive, getting up out of there, slipping out of there, rolling out of there, pushing his way out of there, low blowing his way out of there. He was doing whatever he could.
Yeah, the low blow in the beginning of the round.
Yeah, but it wasn't out of confidence. It wasn't to actually go in there and get the job done. It was more so like just survive. And that's the only problem I really had with that fight. I felt like Caleb Plant could have beat him, and Benavidez could have stopped him. Benavidez got away from his jab, and Caleb Plant really, the belief system wasn't really there. You know what I mean? It was kind of like he was looking for that, remember that time in the fight with Canelo? And he had that moment where he was looking for reassurance? He kind of did that with Benavidez too. He had one of those moments.
When?
When it was like round 8, 7, 6, between 6 and 8, he hit Benavidez with something. They pivoted out, but his back ended up against the ropes. He said something to Benavidez. Benavidez started smiling. I forgot what it was. I didn't really hear it. But the fact that that happened, they had that little moment where he trying to talk to him. You keep trying to let everybody know you on that level, but you're not getting over it. You on that level, but you're getting over it. And the thing is, the fight with Canelo really did help him because he figured out he was tough enough and he knew enough to survive, but he wasn't trying to take it. He wasn't trying to take over and win the fight. You know what I mean? That was my biggest problem with that fight. But Benavidez was him. He applied pressure. He showed hand speed when he could. Only thing, he couldn't get them real big combinations off like he liked to because Caleb Plant was getting up out of there. Caleb Plant was fighting him smart. But Benavidez, the pressure and the big shots won him the fight. You know what I mean? But Benavidez could have did a lot better job too if he would stay behind his jab, measured him out, and was ripping that body up. I mean, he was head hunting a lot too.
Now it's officially that Canelo, David Benavidez should be next.
Yeah.
Being that David Benavidez is the mandatory now. Well,
yeah.
He's the number one. I think they should be ordering it any day now.
Yeah.
Do you think that fight happens?
I don't know, and I'm gonna actually say this. I think Benavidez should leave Canelo alone. Not because he can't beat him or nothing like that. It's because they're gonna give you a hard time about making that fight. But what I realized about Benavidez that night, people really like Benavidez. People really want to see him fight. They like what he do. I think he could make a great name without Canelo. If I was Benavidez, I would say, if we get him, fine. But if we gotta argue and scratch the surface to get him and go through all this extra shit, don't worry about it. You still gonna be a great fighter. I think he's still gonna be a great fighter. He's very young, man. He's very young, and that was a great opportunity for him the other night. And that's why I said when we did the interview the first time, both fighters got a lot to prove, and we're gonna learn a lot about both of them.
Where does Caleb Plant go from here?
Caleb Plant just need to really focus on not just being confident, but being actually confident in his ability and who he is, and just accept that he can fight and go in there and get the job done. He not trying to be like, not trying to be on some racial shit, but it is on some racial shit. I feel like white guys, they want to like make it like a Rocky moment. This got to be like the dun-dun, we got to go out like that. Cause in the last few rounds, the motherfuckers start fighting. I'm like, bro, that's the gas you had. You already had that gas. All you had to do is keep putting it on him. But he waits to the last round to really get off. It's like you're looking for that big storyline moment. Instead of going in there and just knowing that you're a boxing motherfucker and going in and beat you. Like real shit. You know what I mean? I like Caleb Plant. I like Benavidez too. I like both of them. But what I did like is they did put on a great show. They put on a great show. And it was a close fight. It wasn't
How'd you score it? Because, okay, the end rounds make it look like it was a domination, but the reality is,
after 6 rounds, I had it 4-2. I had it 4-2 Plant after 6 rounds. 4-2. But I had that 4-2 with I think Benavidez winning the 2nd round and like the 5th round or some shit. I mean, like he was closing in on him. You know what I'm saying? He was closing in on him. Some shit like that. 5th was 2nd and 6th or some shit. And it started getting darker for Caleb Plant as they went on and on and on. Caleb Plant is like, he got to be in the perfect situation at all times for him to fight. He don't want to fight unless he want to fight. And that's the only thing I don't like about him. Some people, rhythms is going to throw you off and make you go through something you don't want to go through all the time. But as long as you prepare, you can get through it. You feel me? And I feel like as long as you prepare for it and can't, you can get through it. But when you just showing clearly, like, I don't feel like fighting right now, so I'm going to hold on, I'm going to push you. Like, come on, bro, fight, man. I think he would have came out great if he'd have caught some of them shots, stayed there, caught some of them shots, and then came back with some shit. But on the other hand, I wasn't in there, so I don't know. But Benavidez do throw a nice shot. He throw a clean, fast shot, hard shot. And what make him dangerous, even though he got long limbs inside, he can throw short punches. So that do make him dangerous. And he is fast. Great fight.